Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the group judging on this, the second day of GFS Crufts 2010. And the first group is the Terrier Group. But before our Terrier best of breeds enter the main arena, it is my pleasant duty to introduce the Terrier Group judge. He is a real Terrier man, having exhibited and bred many champions from several Terrier breeds. He started judging in 1972 and awarded judge certificates for the first time in 1983. He first judged the Terrier Group in 1997 and is now passed to award challenge certificates in 14 Terrier breeds. Please give a warm welcome to our Terrier Group judge, Mr. Jack Watson. And Mr. So with our Terrier Group judge in place, it's now my duty to introduce our Terrier best of breeds. And they're led in by the Airedale Terrier. Followed by the Australian Terrier. And now it goes the Bedlington Terrier. Here we see the Border Terrier. Now in comes the Bull Terrier. Followed by the Miniature Bull Terrier. Now the Cairn Terrier. Comes the Cesky Terrier. The Dandie Dinmont Terrier. The Smooth Fox Terrier. The WYEAFON Terrier. The Glen Terrier. The Irish Terrier. The Kerry Blue Terrier. The Lakeland Terrier. The Manchester Terrier. The Norfolk Terrier. The Norwich Terrier. The Parson Terrier. The Scottish Terrier. The Sealyham Terrier. The Skye Terrier. The soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. The Staffordshire Terrier. The Welsh Terrier. And finally, the West Highland White Terrier.
Thank you very much, Graham. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my very great pleasure this evening to commentate on the Terrier Group for DFS Crufts 2010. Whilst Mr. Watson takes his first look at the Terrier breed finalists this evening, let me take this opportunity to explain a little about the fine specimens that we see before us. The majority of the breeds in the Terrier Group have been developed in Great Britain and Ireland since the early Middle Ages. Terriers, as a group of dogs, have always played a significant part in our social history, and, through the centuries, these breeds have often been portrayed by painters and writers alike. If I can briefly explain the root of the term terrier, it goes some way to explaining more about these breeds. The word terrier is derived from the Middle French term terrier, which in turn comes from the Latin terra. In English, this term translates directly to the word earth, and it is now that we begin to see an indication of the specific function of most of these tough and fit characters of the dog world. Fit for function, fit for life, most terriers were originally used to dig into the earth, or, if necessary, to follow their prey off quarry to ground. The majority of the terriers that we see before us today, and in many were, and in many instances still are, used to control vermin of all shapes and sizes, both above and below ground. Despite often being portrayed as feisty and with very big characters, dogs, which may sometimes require a firm hand, this wonderfully tenacious group of terriers that we see before us are not only extremely loyal companions, but are indeed incredibly affectionate and important family members in many households across the world today. So, the first dog for Mr. Watson to examine more closely is the Airedale Terrier. Mr. F. Devitt judged the breed today, and he had an entry of 92 exhibits, making 100 entries, and he selected this bitch, exhibit number 5911, as his best of breed representative. Originating in Yorkshire, this king of the terriers takes his name from the valley of the River Aire in this beautiful British county. The very strong scenting powers of the Airedale mean that this breed has been widely used throughout the Commonwealth for its tracking skills, and has also assisted both the police force and the Red Cross in times of war. Airedale Terriers are also excellent all-round family dogs and are particularly fond of children. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Airedale Terrier 5911. Next, we have the first of our terriers to be examined on the table, the Australian Terrier. Miss S. Stoddard was the breed judge today, and from 34 exhibits, making an entry of 36, she selected the dog, number 5963, as her best of breed winner. As the name of this terrier suggests, the breed is a native of Australia, but in fact can be traced back to some of the Scottish and North of England Terrier breeds, which were introduced by settlers into Australia in the 19th century. Tenacious and spirited, the Australian Terrier became ever popular on the homesteads, not only as an efficient ratter, but also because he was equally capable of tackling more dangerous vermin such as snakes. Affectionately known as the Aussie, this breed is another extremely popular and good all-round family dog. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Australian Terrier, exhibit number 5963. On the table now we see the Bedlington Terrier. Mr. C. Wheaten judged the breed today and had an entry of 89 exhibits, making 96. Mr. Wheaten selected the dog that we see on the table now, exhibit number 6048, as his best of breed winner. Although first commonly bred by people in the area of the town of Bedlington in Northumberland in the 1880s, It is reputed that this is the terrier with the longest traceable pedigree of all time. Its name became settled after it first appeared at a show in Bedlington in 1870. Also once known as the Norfolk Terrier, the wonderful lamb-like look of this dog is deceptive. Believe me, the Bedlington is a terrier through and through. His original function was to catch rabbits for the family pot, and a sporting terrier he still remains today. Mr. Watson's asked the Bedlington Terrier just to move up and down one more time. (6048), the best of breed winning Bedlington Terrier. On the table we now see the Border Terrier. Our judge today for Borders was Mrs. L. Crawley, and there were 260 dogs, making an entry of 309. Mrs. Crawley selected the dog, exhibit number 6203, as her best of breed winner. The origins of this breed derived from the borders between England and Scotland and date back to the late 18th century. A multitasker, this small terrier must be capable of following a fox to ground, but should also have the stamina and length of leg to follow the field of horses on a day's fox hunting in the rugged country of the Border district. First recognised by the Kennel Club in 1920, the Border Terrier is an intelligent sort with lots of energy and has become a great family member, and is the second most popular terrier breed in the Kennel Club register. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Border Terrier, exhibit number 6203. Now we come to the Bull Terrier. The breed was judged today by Mrs. J. Glen, and there were 77 exhibits, making 83 entries. Mrs. Glen chose the bitch, exhibit number 6343, as her best of breed winner. It is hard not to recognise the Bull Terrier with his classic shaped head and obvious strength and firmness. This is a breed that is built on the lines derived from its ancestors, the Bulldog, and the now extinct English White Terrier, with a bit of Dalmatian believed to be thrown in too. Originating in the mid-19th century, this lovely breed can be found in a few colours: white, brindle, red, fawn and tricolour. We also see whites with sometimes with that famous pirate patch over one eye. 6343, the Bull Terrier. On the table now we have the miniature Bull Terrier. Mrs. G. Brash judged the breed today. There were 43 exhibits, making an entry of 45. Mrs. Branch selected the bitch number 6410 as her best of breed winner. It's hard to mistake this one too. A smaller version of the previous dog, with a height restriction of 14 inches or 35.5 centimetres. Interesting to note that his big brother has no size or weight restriction in his breed standard. Also originating in the 19th century, this dog makes an excellent watchdog and an ideal companion in the home. Interbreeding of the miniatures with the standard has been allowed in recent years for health reasons. The best of breed winning miniature Bull Terrier, exhibit number 6410. Ladies and gentlemen, we now see the Cairn Terrier. There were 156 exhibits today, making an entry of 165, the breed judge being Mrs. S. Dolan. This exhibit, number 6521, the dog, emerged triumphant as the best of breed winner. It is believed that the breed can be traced back over 500 years to the period in history of Mary, Queen of Scots, and also to the island of Skye. Its development runs side by side with those other Scottish breeds, which we will see later in the group, the West Highland White, the Scottish Terrier and the Skye Terrier. The Cairn Terrier, with its double waterproof coat, is a proficient swimmer and was originally bred to search for foxes on the Scottish Cairns. This is another terrier breed that is extremely popular with many families today. The best of breed winning Cairn Terrier exhibits 6521. Next on the table is the Cesky Terrier, and Mrs. S. Watson judged the breed today. There were 50 dogs making 58 entries, and our judge selected exhibit number 6650, the bitch, as her best of breed winner. This is the national dog of the Czech Republic. Originating in the late 1940s and the early 1950s, the breed was produced by mating the Scottish Terrier with the Sealyham. Known to tackle fox, rabbit, duck, pheasant, and even wild boar, the breed is incredibly popular in its native Czech and Slovak republics, first recognised and registered in the UK in 1990. Exhibit number 6650. The Dandie Dinmont Terrier, judged today by Mr. P. Airedale. The entry for this breed was 77 dogs, making 82, and Mr. Airedale chose exhibit number 6687, the dog, as his best of breed winner. It was the fictional character in Sir Walter Scott's novel Guy Mannering that gave this lovely breed its name. Indeed, it was the name of Guy Mannering's two dogs in that novel, Mustard and Pepper, that give the colours by which those are known today. The breed is a 17th century development on the borders of Scotland and England. Despite being a renowned otter and badger hunter and quite a digger, this breed can melt your heart in an instant with its soulful expression. The Dandie Dinmont best of breed winner, 6687. Now we come to the first of the fox terriers, the smooth fox terrier. Judged today by Mrs. J. Thornton, there were 73 smooth and making 78. And she selected this bitch, exhibit number 6773, as her best of breed winner. The smooth fox terrier is another 19th century breed originating in the British Isles. Originally used for locating the position of foxes in their lairs and in dealing with vermin, this digging trait is strong in the breed today. In fact, this breed likes nothing better than digging in the garden. So for those keen horticulturalists in the audience, you may well find that this terrier digs up your plants rather quickly if you're not properly correcting this young dog. Full of energy, the smooth fox terrier loves nothing better than a long brisk walk. The best of breed winning smooth fox terrier exhibits number 6773. Mr. Roger Crufts judged the Wirehead Fox Terriers today, and from 60 dogs, making an entry of 61, Mr. Crufts selected exhibit number 6854, the dog, as his best of breed winner. The Wirehead Fox Terrier, like its cousin the Smooth, was used for locating foxes, but also used for dealing with rabbits as well as other vermin. They also love to dig, especially in the garden, and enjoy lots of exercise too. Unlike the smooth, the wire has a coat with a dense and obviously wiry texture, hence their name. In the 1920s and 1930s, the wire fox terriers used to be the most popular of all terrier breeds. Both of these breeds, the smooth and the wire, get on extremely well with children and are great household members. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning wire hair fox terrier, exhibit number 6854. On the table now we see the Glen Imaal Terrier. As its name suggests, this dog originates from Ireland. Today, judged by Mr. H.K., there were 30 dogs making 32 entries. And exhibit number 6892, the dog, emerged as best of breed. County Wicklow is the birthplace of this breed, and a version of them is first mentioned as early as 1575 in George Turberville's book, The Noble Art of Venery and Hunting. The breed is a specialist in hunting badger and has been used to draw fox and otter as well as herding stock. This tough and versatile dog has a giant personality and is a good family companion too. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Glen Terrier, 6892. Irish Terriers are judged today by Mr. S. Brown. Mr. Brown had 63 dogs to go over, making an entry of 75, and he chose exhibit number 6900, the bitch, as his best of breed winner. Another from the Emerald Isle, and bred for their sporting attributes, this breed is by instinct thorough and effective at dispatching vermin. Irish Terriers also have an historical record as a war dog and a combat messenger, being mentioned in World War I by a Lieutenant Colonel of the British War Dog School. They are an intelligent, playful and honest companion and a good family playmate. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Irish Terrier, 6900. The Kerry Blue Terrier. Judged by an overseas visitor, Mr. G. Pedersen, there were 63 Kerry Blues, making 78 entries. Mr. Pedersen selected the bitch exhibit 6975 as his best of breed winner today. Originating in the mid-19th century in County Kerry, as its name suggests, the breed has also been used for retrieving small game and waterfowl, and also for herding cattle and sheep. This breed also doesn't cast its coat. With enormous energy, this extrovert terrier has been used as a police dog here, in the UK, and as a guard dog too, at military installations during World War II. The Kerry Blue best of breed winner, 6975. On the table now we see the Lakeland Terrier. Mr. K. Holroyd judged the breed today. Mr. Holroyd had an entry of 34 dogs, making 37 entries, and selected the dog, number 7039, as his best of breed winner. This breed is another terrier whose name gives us an indication of its birthplace, the Lake District of England. Originating in the Lakeland Fell Packs, it is a working dog whose job it was to go to ground after foxes. In the early years of the 20th century, the new improved Fell Terrier became known as the Lakeland. Often described as on the tiptoe of expectation, Lakelands can sometimes tremble with the sheer excitement of life. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Lakeland 7039. Next we see the Manchester Terrier, judged today by Miss S. Oxley. There were 60 Manchester Terriers, making an entry of 71. And this bitch, exhibit number 7091, triumphed as the best of breed winner. The earliest known picture of the Black and Tan Terrier dates back to around 1500, and it is well documented through the Tudor period too. It is not, however, until the 1890s that the name Manchester Terrier appears. The probable reason for their name is largely because of the quantity of Black and Tan Terriers that could be found in the cotton industry, which centred on Manchester. Used to control vermin and rabbits, the Manchester is fearless and extremely intelligent and hasn't changed much over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winner, 7091. Next we see the Norfolk Terrier. Mrs. C. Thompson Morgan judged the breed today, and there were 67 dogs, making 74 entries. The dog, exhibit number 7177, emerged as the best of breed winner. This is another breed whose name suggests its origin, the county of Norfolk. Indeed, the Fens of East Anglia were the birthplace of the Norfolk Terrier. During the 19th century, the breed was popular with farming and sporting communities in controlling vermin, especially in grain stores. Many people confuse the Norfolk with its cousin, the Norwich, our next breed. But look at the ears. Here on the Norfolk, we see the foliage of drop ears. Ladies and gentlemen, the Norfolk Terrier, best of breed winner, 7177. Now we see the Norwich Terrier. Judged today by Mrs. L. Stewart, there were 54 dogs making 58 entries. Mrs. Stewart selected exhibit number 7196, the dog, as her best of breed winner. Obviously another breed connected with East Anglia. The Norwich, as we see it today, was not seen in the show ring until 1935. A typically bossy little terrier with a big heart. And note his pricked up ears, which differentiate the breed from the previously seen Norfolk. How to remember one more time? Norwich has pricked ears, the Norfolk has drop ears. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Norwich Terrier 7196. The Parson Russell Terrier, judged today by Mr. R. Thomas. There were 152 dogs, making 162 entries. Mr. Thomas chose the bitch that we see before us on the table, exhibit number 7239, as his best of breed winner. Parson Jack Russell Terriers of today are descended from the Fox Terriers of the early part of the 18th century. Smooth or rough-coated, the breed is real type of Jack Russell Terrier kept by the Reverend John Russell from Dartmouth in Devon in the 1820s and 1830s. Highly intelligent and in need of plenty of exercise, this popular breed is a great favourite of many homes. Like the Border, this breed has to be leggy enough to follow a horse on a day's hunting. Ladies and gentlemen, 7239. Now we come to the Scottish Terrier. Mr. J. Faulkner judged the breed today, and Mr. Faulkner has 87 dogs to judge, making an entry of 93. The dog before us, exhibit number 43095, emerged as his best of breed winner. The Scottie, as this charming breed is affectionately known, originates from north of the Border and is linked closely to Aberdeen in the 19th century. It comes in 3 colours, black, brindle or Wheaten. The Earl of Dunbar nicknamed this dog the Little Diehard, and full of personality they are too. A breed that is equally popular across the pond in the United States, this breed is a very important member of many households, not only as a companion, but as one of the original markers on the board game Monopoly. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Scottish Terrier, 43095. Next we see the Sealyham Terrier. And the breed today was judged by Mr. H. Horn. Mr. Horn had 37 Sealyhams to judge, making an entry of 42. He selected the bitch, exhibit number 7505, as his best of breed winner. Originating from the estate of Sealyham at the very tip of South Wales, Captain John Tucker Edwards established a breed which had to be low to the ground and strongly made to go to ground for fox and badger. Recognised in 1911 by the Kennel Club, the breed became increasingly popular after the end of the First World War and is today a charming and intelligent companion in many homes. The best of breed winning Sealyham, 7505. The Skye Terrier here, today were judged by Mr. R. Cross. There were 54 dogs, making an entry of 62. The best of breed winning exhibit is this dog that we see on the table, number 57516. 7516. Originating from the Inner Hebrides and the island of Skye, it is thought that the history of this breed may stretch back to the 16th century. This hearty terrier is perhaps best known in folklore for the famous Greyfriars Robin, thought to be a Skye Terrier, whose statue sits near the Greyfriars Kirk in Edinburgh. This breed, as you can see, has to be long and low, and comes with grip or the less common drop-ins. The breed makes a really good watchdog and is a popular companion in many households. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Skye Terrier, exhibit number 7516. And here we see another from the Emerald Isle, the soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. Judged today by Mrs. Z. Horn Andrews, there was an entry of 120, making 130. Mrs. Thorne Andrews selected the dog, number 7599, as her best of breed winner. Soft-coated Wheaten Terriers were originally an all-purpose farm dog in Southern Ireland, especially in the counties of Cork and Kerry. Originally used for herding and guarding livestock and controlling vermin, the breed has become popular in the UK and is an extrovert that makes a superb member of the household. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed, soft-coated Wheaten Terrier, Civic number 7599. Now we see the Staffordshire Terrier. Due to the large entry of this breed, notably 352 dogs, making 394 entries, there were 2 judges for the breed today. Mr. R. Drummond officiated over the dogs, while Mr. G. Earl took charge of the bitches. Together, they selected the bitch, exhibit number 7710 that we see before us, as their best of breed winner. As the name suggests, the breed originates from Staffordshire and traces its ancestry to crosses of bulldogs and local terriers. Renowned for his courageous and yet friendly nature, this extremely powerful and well-muscled breed has become increasingly popular among many households worldwide and is numerically the most popular of the terrier breeds today. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Staffordshire Terrier, 7710. On the table now we see the Welsh Terrier. The breed today was judged by Mr. R. Nicholson. Mr. Nicholson had 39 dogs to examine, making 41 entries. Mr. Nicholson selected the dog that we see before us, exhibit number 8069, as his best of breed winner. This breed's history dates back a few hundred years, established in the mountains and valleys of Wales. The purpose of the breed was to go to ground after game or quarry. The Welsh Terrier has great strength for its size and has a remarkably good ability to sense game. The Welsh has all the gaiety, fire and courage of a true terrier, combined with a happy temperament which makes him an ideal family companion. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning Welsh Terrier, 8069. The last, but by no means least, of the Terrier Group for Mr. Watson to examine is the West Highland Terrier. Mr. K. Gawley, with a total of 158 dogs, made 162 entries. Judge the breed today. The dog that you see on the table, 8146, emerged as his best of breed winner. A family favourite, the Westie, as it's become known, is another Scottish breed established in the 19th century. Easily recognisable by its white colour and plush coat, the breed has been used to promote various products in advertising throughout the years. Definitely full of fun and an endearing personality makes this terrier a firm family favourite. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of breed winning West Highland Terrier exhibit number 8146. So that concludes the preliminary examination of all the individual best of breed winning terriers at this year's DFS Crufts 2010. And just for your information, there were 15 dogs and 11 bitches, so the boys have it at the moment. Mr. Watson has examined each of the 26 dogs against the Kennel Club's specific breed standards, and is now taking another last look at the dogs before he makes a short list of finalists. Today's judges have all been briefed on the Kennel Club's various health initiatives, such as Breed Watch, and they have been asked to make sure that they reward only healthy dogs that are fit for function fit for life. There was a total of 2,381 terriers judged here today at DFS Crufts, making 2,614 entries across the 26 breeds. So this is the last time that you will see all 26 breeds in front of you as Mr. Watson begins to make his shortlist. The first of the shortlisted dogs selected by Mr. Watson is the Bedlington Terrier, the Hall Terrier, the Dinmont Terrier, the Wire Fox Terrier, the Kerry Terrier. The Scottish Terrier, the Skye Terrier, making the shortlist of 8, the West Highland White Terrier. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for the dogs that they need to ready. So as the 8 shortlisted dogs move back to the top of the ring, Mr. Watson is going to move each of the dogs individually up and down. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a chance to really give some applause for these best of breed winning terriers. The Bedlington 6048, the Bedlington Terrier. The Bull Terrier. Double 687, the Dandie Dinmont Terrier. Six, 8, 5 for the wire-haired Fox Terrier. Six, 9, 7, 5 the Kerry Terrier. 43095, the Scottish Terrier. Seven, 5, 1, 6, the Skye Terrier. And 8, 1, 4, 6, the West Highland White Terrier. And on these 8 shortlisted dogs, ladies and gentlemen, just for your information, at the the moment the dogs have it, there are 6 dogs and 2 ladies. 2 bitches, 6 dogs. So Mr. Watson, having moved the dogs for a second time, is having one last look at the 8 shortlisted dogs in this year's DFS Crufts Terrier Group 2010. Very soon we will see which exhibit emerges triumphant to top those 2,381 dogs, and the winner of the Terrier Group is the Scottish Terrier! Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the best of breed winning Scottish Terrier. 43095. And in second spot, the Dandie Dinmont Terrier. Number 687, the Dandie Dinmont Terrier, second spot in the Terrier Group. In third spot, the Kerry Blue Terrier. 6975, the Kerry Blue Terrier. And in fourth spot, the Skye Terrier, 7516. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Bedlington, the Bull Terrier, the WYEAFON Terrier and the West Highland White Terrier, who did so well to make the shortlist. So as Mr. Watson comes back to his winner, could I please introduce Mrs. Mary Towers, who will be presenting the Sandwich Trophy to the winner of the Terrier Group, presented by Mrs. Anne MacDonald, Vice Chairman of Crufts, escorted into the ring. Please put your hands together for the winner of the Terrier Group, the Scottish Terrier. 43095, the dog. In second spot, the Dandie Dinmont. In third spot, the Kerry Blue. And in fourth spot, the Skye Terrier. And a big hand for your judge this evening, please, Mr. Jack Watson. And can we have a lap of honour, please? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, your Terrier Group winner, the Scottish Terrier. Thank you so much.